welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, March 4th. Now, we do have a couple meetings to tell you about today. We have at 9:30 this morning, the third Landscape Committee meeting, and that will be virtual. And then we also have at 1 p.m. the Equestrian Ad Hoc Committee, and that will also be virtual, and you can follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. On our show today, we have Reform Temple with the lovely ladies, Carol Bowler, Susan Bain, and Muriel Ash. And it's nice to sit down with them. They always have so much going on, so they want to tell us all about it. And then we have the Hearing Well Club, which has now become the Hearing Loss of America Mission Viejo chapter. So Tony Berrient will be telling us about that transition and how it will really be helpful for everyone. Our vaccination information that we normally give you is right here. Laguna Woods Village Alerts.com is the website that you can go to for our FAQ. 949-594-2533 is our vaccination hotline. And then if you need additional information or you are not on the list, you can do info or send us a note to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. If you would like to be vaccinated at Soka University or Disneyland, you will want to register at othina.com. And then if you are a Kaiser Permanente member, you will want to call their hotline at 833-574-2273. Or you could go to kp.org/COVID vaccine and click on Make an Appointment. Our weather, wow, a very rainy day yesterday, but it is absolutely gorgeous today. Just so beautiful after the rain. The birds are singing and the skies are beautifully blue. Today we are looking at sunshine all day, 66-48. Tomorrow, 75-47. Then a little cooler on Saturday, 65-44. Partly sunny Sunday, 64-48. And Monday, 65-50. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:15 and our sunset will be at 5:50. Thank you, Alan, for setting this photo in. It makes you just want to go out and take a nice walk. If you have a photo you'd like to share with us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have the Reform Temple, so stay tuned.
As Orange County's highest-ranked hospital, Hoag is the place to turn to for timely information, reassurance, and care in these uncertain times. Our dedicated physicians, nurses, and staff stand ready to safely deliver world-class care, just as we have for nearly 70 years. This is what we do. We are here for you, and we will overcome this together. To access Hoag for all of your healthcare needs, visit hoag.org/trust.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by three lovely ladies of the Reform Temple of Laguna Woods. I have Carol, Muriel, and I have Susan. Well, thank you ladies for joining me. How are you? Excellent, excellent. And we're all so proud of Susan. She's got it up and running at her home. So congratulations. That's a heck of a feat.
An accomplishment.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I know you guys have a lot going on, so we'll first start out with Muriel. We'll talk a little bit about your upcoming meeting next week.
Well, on Tuesday, March 9th at 10:30, the Temple Book Group will be meeting on Zoom to discuss America's Jewish Women by Pamela Nadell. All Temple members are invited to attend. And then on Tuesday, April 13th, they're going to discuss The Weight of Ink. So each month there'll be another book being discussed. The Weight of Ink by Rachel Chase, by Rachel Kaddish. Mm-hmm. And for more information, contact Harriet Schwartz at 949-454-9211. And I'm also want to remind everybody that our B'nai Mitzvah class of 16 members is continuing, as is our Yiddish class. So these are interesting learning experiences as well as entertaining.
Oh, that's great. Have you guys had a lot of participants?
Yeah, our B'nai Mitzvah class has 16 members, and that's pretty impressive. And the Yiddish class is so popular, it was supposed to go for 8 weeks. And my gosh, it's continuing on beyond 16 weeks. They're having a ball.
Well, that's good. And you know what? I guess there's really not much else to do. You might as well go to the Yiddish class.
Well, there is something to say about that, but they're truly enjoying it.
I love it. Then, of course, you always have your Friday nights.
Yes, every Friday night, 7:30, and you just need to contact Robin Lipman, and she will give you the link. It's Robin Lipton at lipton56@gmail.com. She'll give you the link, and that's open to the entire community.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Every Friday night.
Now, you guys have another interactive sort of a event that you have coming up, and it's Jonathan Levitt. Now, have you had him on before?
Oh, Jonathan Levitt is an internationally acclaimed magician, and we are so fortunate to have him coming on Sunday afternoon, March 14th at 4:00 p.m. Pacific time, and tickets are $20 per household. And he is an expert in close-up magic, and his show, which is a live Zoom show for our audience, is entitled Magic Connections, a virtual interactive experience. And you won't want to miss this because you might be part of the show. It's very interactive, and he'll be calling on participants in the audience to participate in his trick. So it's going to be wonderful.
Isn't that great? How do they do that? How can they do that with a Zoom? That's just as great.
It is amazing. He can see who's in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
And so he, just like we can see who's in the audience on Zoom. So he just might say, Lisa, pick a number between 1 and 100. And you're a part of the show. So you might want to tune in. Anyway, this is a 45-minute show, and because it's interactive, as I said, many of us are apt to be part of the show. I want to tell you a little bit about Jonathan, though. He has a very varied career as a magician, actor, television host, magic consultant, and producer. And he has produced all over the world on 7 continents, including Antarctica, on all continents, including Antarctica. He's performed and spoken for Fortune 500 companies, including Disney, Warner Brothers, Sprint, Netflix, Amazon, and Apple. And he's been put on many shows on the networks. He has worked as a magic consultant for some of the biggest Hollywood films and TV shows. If you recall the film Now You See Me, he taught actors Jesse Eisenberg how to do the magic that he did in that movie. And that's just one of many that he's acted as a consultant for. Yeah. He has performed extensively at the world-renowned Magic Castle in LA, and he often presents private performances for many Hollywood elite. I want to make the point that this is a family-friendly show. I know my grandchildren from the Midwest are going to be tuning in. Okay. And so I want to encourage people who think maybe they have friends or family or grandchildren or great-grandchildren, that this would be a perfect performance for them to enjoy as well. And so now I'm going to turn the program over to Susan Bain, my fundraising vice president, and she's going to tell you how simple it is to order tickets.
Ordering tickets is easy. All you have to do is send an email to Reform Temple Laguna Woods, all in lowercase letters and one word, at gmail.com. And when that opens up, you put your name and the word magician in the subject line. After that, you're going to click send. So you will receive a return email with all the directions for ordering and paying with different options. You can include either sending a check or paying by credit card on the temple website. You'll also receive a reminder link the day before the performance on how to connect to the program. So we're hoping you come along with us, enjoy the show, and remember to tell all your friends about it as well. Jonathan is quite the magician.
Now, are you, how many people can you accommodate with this Zoom?
Just keep them coming.
Well, there are some limitations. I wasn't sure if there was any limitations.
I understand at this point where we can accommodate 100, but if we have more reservations beyond that, we
make
can do
arrangements.
that too.
Oh, good. Okay, that's great. That's great. Well, good to know. You guys always got some good stuff, so that sounds very fun. Then, of course, we have Passover, and that is happening Sunday, March 28th. So who would like to tell me what's happening for that?
Well, actually, that's the second eve of Passover, and we're going to be having our traditional congregational community Seder on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Again, as you said, Sunday, March 28th at 5:30. The rabbi will be leading the service. There's a complete 5-course meal.
Oh.
Now, that's not going on Zoom. The 5-course meal.
How would we eat it?
Oh, we're going to send it right through the TV. The magician's going to show
They're
us.
going to deliver directly to my house.
Well, this is how it's going to go. You can have a choice of roast chicken, brisket of beef, or vegetarian options, and it's provided by Yolanda. It's going to be picked up. Once you order, you'll pick it up that same day, March 28th, at Clubhouse 3 parking lot at 2 in the afternoon. And with that will be a loaned copy of the temple's Haggadah. Now, if you don't choose to have a meal, you can also pick up the loaned copy of the Haggadah at that very same time. The cost of the meals are $25 for members and $30 for non-members. However, the last date to order is March the 18th. Of course, you need time to order this. And everyone is welcome to join for the Seder without purchasing a meal. We certainly welcome that as well. Any information, you contact Susie Levitt at area code, I'll start outing numbers, 626-482-6126, or at susgram42@gmail.com for information and reservations. You're all welcome. So that is going to be a grand, as usual, a wonderful occasion.
Oh, that's great that they're going to be able to help everybody out with some food. So I think that's
Oh,
awesome.
absolutely. I mean, what a
Time of year to have the food, right?
Yes, and lots of tradition involved with the food at a Seder.
Exactly.
So
Well, thank you, ladies. Did we cover everything?
We have, let's remind everyone once again, services at our Friday night services are every Friday night, 7:30.
Okay. Well, thank you again, ladies. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We
Thank you for
appreciate
having me,
you.
Lisa.
And we'll be right back after this.
Mother's Day is coming, and Diane's Hallmark is just the place to get mom a gift that shows how much you care. Our women's department has gifts for that special someone, including clothing, jewelry, Vera Bradley and Bagolini handbags, Crabtree and Evelyn, and many other great gifts for mom. Don't forget that our religious department carries a great selection of Christian gifts and Bibles as well. Diane's Hallmark is a Gold Crown store. Come in and experience our personalized service. We're located on Alicia Parkway next to Hobby Lobby.
Welcome back. Well, today I'm joined by Tony Barriant, who has some news for us regarding the club. So, Tony, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And, you know, the last time that we spoke, it was the Hearing Well Club, but now it's something different. Tell me what's happened.
Yes, hi. Well, ever since the pandemic happened, we immediately went to Zoom format, and we decided we really like that, and we would like to open up more participation in the community. And we had the opportunity to merge with a very large nonprofit organization. It's the only organization, nonprofit, for people with hearing loss. And I used to work for them for 9 years. I lived in the Washington, D.C. area, and I worked for them.
Wow.
So with this is an expansion for us. And we want to attract more people. And so it's the Hearing Loss Association of America,
Okay.
Mission Viejo chapter. Now we are going to change that name, but that's the name that it was when we merged. We're going to change it to South Orange County because we really want to serve all of South Orange County. And some people might find that the name would say, well, I don't live in Mission Viejo, so.
Right. Right.
So
So,
we're gonna do
so it's
that.
going to be South Orange County Hearing Loss of America, something like that.
Well, Hearing Loss Association of America comes first,
Okay.
and then it's Mission Viejo chapter, because there are many chapters. There's almost 200 chapters across the United States.
Oh, wow.
And they're all volunteer. Nobody gets paid. It's all the talent and the skills of the leaders of each group. This, I'm going to refer to the Hearing Loss Association as HLAA.
Okay.
Because it's a mouthful to say it all.
It is kind of long.
HLAA has actually been in existence for 42 years. So they know what they're doing. Their mission statement, which we have adopted for the chapter, is information, education, advocacy, and support.
That's great. That's
So,
great.
and
Having that large organization behind you, what are some of the things that you're hoping that will bring you that maybe you weren't able to provide before?
And also too, they offer so a richness. They have so many Zoom meetings, every topic. We can join another chapter's meeting. I joined the other day, St. Louis, had a chapter meeting and I joined it. I joined the one in Maryland. So depending on the topic, wow, it's just, the sky is the limit. Yeah. So one of the things though, I did want to be sure and tell you about is advocacy is very important. And the hearing loss community at HLAA, this is nationwide, advocated to Zoom to provide automated recognition captions, ASR. So it's automatic captions. Anyway, so, and they did it. We all got together. We wrote our emails. The leadership made sure that our voice was heard to Zoom, and it's now available for paid accounts. So you have to have a paid account. It has to be set up in advance, but this is what I did locally that I'm so excited about. I contacted the director of Saddleback Emeritus and told him this is now a feature that is free for licensed users, which they are.
Right.
And all they need to do is to turn it on.
That's
So it
easy.
gets turned on in settings. And then it's up to the participant to turn it on for themselves, enable it for themselves. There's an icon at the bottom. It says live CC, live transcript.
Right.
Click on it and they can turn on the subtitles. And they're the only ones that see it. So nobody else knows that you've turned on the subtitles.
Right.
And you can turn them off.
Right.
You can save the transcript for the whole meeting, and you can adjust the size of the captions. So it's helped our chapters tremendously, because we would pay for a captioner $90 an hour. For our meetings that sometimes go an hour and a half. Now we can use automated captions. They're not perfect, but they work great. They really do. And so locally, this is what the Mission Viejo chapter did to advocate for people with hearing loss in the community. So all of our meetings will be captioned. They always have been. We have a meeting later today. We have a live captioner. So that will also happen. We'll have live captioning sometimes because we want perfection. But we also have automated captions available for
Yeah.
on the fly and when we can't get a cart provider. So we sometimes can't get a captioner because there's so few of them and the demand is high, especially during the pandemic.
Well, exactly. So, but that's good. That's a great feature. And thank you so much for advocating for everybody who needs that. So good for you. And, we've actually turned it on here in our Zoom because we wanted to make sure people could see what you were talking about. And it seems to be working just fine.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's not perfect, but nonetheless, it still is keeping up with us. There's no delay. So I can totally tell that it works. So that's a really great thing. And Emeritus, that'll be awesome if they'll do it for all of their classes, and then people will be able to participate a whole lot better. And the understanding will be better.
Yes. So I'm going to be sending out an email to everybody on my email list that that this is going to be available for Saddleback. And I know so many people that are taking emeritus classes, but it shouldn't just be available for emeritus classes. It should be available for all Zoom classes because it doesn't disturb anybody who doesn't want to see them. It's available for somebody who getting a transcript is wonderful. You're taking a class and you don't have to take notes. You got the transcripts. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I think, you can certainly help everybody to know about across the country now that you have the other organization. And then Zoom as well, they can use that as a selling point, saying, hey, you know what, you need to get the upgrade because you can have this for free. And yeah, so there's a lot of great features there. So that's awesome. So let me ask you this. So since you guys have changed and you merged with the other organization, how do people still get in touch with you?
Well, my email address is Toni, Toni, at HLAAMV. So HLAA for Hearing Loss Association of America, MV for Mission Viejo. And the website is HLAAMV.org. And by the way, we're a nonprofit.
Right. No, and you have been before too. So tell me your email again. You said it was Toni at HLAAMV.org. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. Well, good. Well, what else? Anything else? But as we close out?
Well, we're still struggling significantly with the wearing of masks.
Yeah.
And it's the number one complaint that I get. And it's really difficult. It's difficult for a lot of hearing people. And depending on where you are, there are masks that you can get that have a little window. I have one here. However, so you can.
Oh, it's fogging immediately. Oh, shoot.
So, but I would never want to wear one of those, but I would want my doctor or my dentist to wear.
Right. Yeah.
There's another one that some professionals can use. It looks like this and it wraps around and it doesn't fog up and it's got a much wider view and they're available by the thousands online.
Right.
And
well, many of them are also using the shield only as well. They're not necessarily wearing the mask, so it's helping. So, well, good.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be good by itself, though. The
yeah, I know it is tough. Some do it though, but nonetheless, I'm really happy to hear about your new endeavor. So congratulations, and we'll look forward to talking to you again next time. Thank you.
Okay, always great to visit with you, Lisa.
All right, take care. And we'll be right back after this.
Improving your hearing is the most effective way to prevent cognitive decline. Research shows your brain cannot remember what it doesn't hear. Hi, I'm Ann Mundell-Noel, audiologist and owner of Amazing Hearing. Hearing loss makes understanding harder when others are wearing masks while doing Zoom calls, FaceTime, and watching TV. It's time to enjoy conversations again. Call Amazing Hearing to schedule your hearing appointment. We are the experts and we accept some insurances.
Welcome back. Board and committee meetings have now all moved to Zoom. Starting on March 2nd, the meetings have now transitioned to a Zoom platform rather than a GoToMeeting. So what you're going to be able to do now is you're going to be able to raise your hand, ask questions, and speak directly to board and committee members in real time. So you're going to want to look for the Zoom meeting link in the open forum section of the respective boards or committees agenda that is posted on lagunawoodsvillage.com. Now, something very interesting is happening here. Leslie Coretti, we interviewed her a couple of days ago, and she is having a Mind Boosters Alzheimer's Family Center and Wellness in the Woods event, and it is starting March 5th. Now, you do not have to sign up for all of them. You can kind of check in and out and see what their subject matter is, but if you want information on that, you will want to email Leslie Coretti at yahoo.com. Also, the Laguna Woods Car Club next week, which is going to be next Saturday, is having the car inspection day. And they're going to be offering a free inspection for Laguna Woods residents only on their cars, basic inspection of lights, fluids, hoses, belts, wipers, and even your tires. And they're also going to be able to recommend mechanics in the area. Now, if you would like to participate, it's from 9 to noon on March 13th, and you will want to call and get an appointment at 323-528-1442, and that is free. Now, bulky item is back again, and it is always I believe it's the third Saturday, and what you're going to want to do is you will need to call resident services to make arrangements for them to pick up, and you can see here we have bulky items, yes and no. So you can take a look there and decide what items you have, and hopefully that will work out for you. But do call resident services at 949-597-4600. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time. As I mentioned, it's going to be quite beautiful today. Not a cloud in the sky except for the ones you're looking at maybe right there over against the hills. But nonetheless, it's going to be a beautifully sunshine day. 66-48, tomorrow 75-47, Saturday 65-44, Sunday 64-48, and Monday 65-50. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Jeff Parker and an update on COVID numbers and what's happening here in the village. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
It's never too late to improve your health with exercise. Challenge yourself to get moving in the morning. Hi, I'm Susan Tuttle. I'd like to encourage you to tune in to Channel 6 each weekday mornings at 7:55. 30 minutes of daily exercise will add years to your life. What are you waiting for? Come join me.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, it is important for seniors to stay at home to protect their health and safety. But we also must stay connected. Remember to check on your elderly family and neighbors, wear your mask, and stay 6 feet apart. The best way to show we love them is to protect them. A message from Reconnect, a program of the Council on Aging, Southern California.